Okay, we're going to start the preview here in about 5 minutes. So, breeders, we're going to start on the far left over here, and we'll just go down and around and up.
He said he did, but I haven't got it yet. I'm going to make sure that they got the right email, because sometimes I forget to add the OK at the end, so it doesn't surprise me if anybody else does, but I'll make sure. It's not a big hurry. I just need to.
Okay, we're going to start the preview. We're going to start with SECO's hogs. Let me climb up here. We're not going to do the preview in any particular order. We're just going to run them through by pins. You can look at them. I'll try to point out which one they're going to sell first or something. Y'all ready? Are we ready online? We're good? Good to go? Okay. Okay. I'm going to start with a pair of Berkshires. These Berk Bears are out of a board called Safety Chain that Levi Montgomery has up there in Oklahoma, back on a Family Jewels gilt that was champion in Floyd County. We got that gilt back from the Guerrero family. I think it's a pretty nice set of Berkshires. They got their feet under them pretty good. They just come off the wire about, I think, Monday we moved these down. but a nice pair of Berkshire Barras that I think could definitely would classify and do good down the road. Pretty square made, nice pair of Berkshire hogs. Those are lots number, what are the lot numbers on? 16 and 17, both boar pigs. Lot 16 and 17. Okay, next we got a pair of calicos, lot 15, 14 and 15. I believe 15 is a gilt. These calicos are out of a calico gilt that we raised there at the farm in Lasbuddy that Cutter showed. She did an outstanding job for him, won several banners to Houston or Austin, wherever you want to Houston or Austin, wherever you wanted to go with him. He's going to be pretty slow growing and you know, pretty attractive kind of pig for a calico if that's the colors you like. You want to kick those out? Where do they need to go for the preview online? People are saying they can't find it. It's not on Kennedy Ventures. Hold on just a minute. Y'all just hold on. We'll see what we can. Yeah. He's working on it. We'll get the online deal going here in just a second. We'll kick back up. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. I think you're going to see a pretty good set of hogs, and everybody tells me that Scott Cox can really cook some fish. So if anything, you're going to go home full and content, whether you get the pig you want or not. So this technology is great when it works. And I'm glad it's not me that's got to get it working. We good? We get a discount if it don't work? Huh? Blake's watching it right now. Hey, Blake said he can see it right now. Is it on Kennedy Ventures Facebook page? Oh, it came up. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, kick that next one out. Next, we're going to have 2 or 3 blues come through next. These are, I believe they're 28 litters or 27s. Are those? Is he 27 or 28? Looks like a 27 litter. The 27s, he's got some back here that are solid white. They're out of a cricket sow that we bought from Sweet Tooth that we partnered with Brett Dunn on. That cricket sow has produced a lot of champions for Sweet Tooth and for us. We sold several at Breeders' Best this off-season. I think Stu Dildine bought 2 of those barras. Carl Kenton Sons bought a gilt out of that litter that they have there at the farm. But this is a bright side on that cricket sow. Another one that I think is the right size to go showing that blue deal in Austin that could be pretty salty in the end. And that blue pig was lot number 9. That was lot 9, the blue pig was. The blue gilts are 7 and 8, and they're 28s. They are out of a sow we call Blue Money. She's probably the winningest sow we have at the farm. She produces about a $10,000 litter every year. These two gilts are the kind that I think you can take and show and jackpot in that light cross deal, or if you want to keep them and raise pigs out of them, they'll lay down. She usually has 14 to 15. We have about 30 pigs a year out of her, and they average about $1,000 a piece when they hit the ground every year. So these are the kind, if you wanted to start breeding some, or if you're just wanting to go show, I think they can get it done in the show ring as well. But they're really big, opened up, big rib sows, and these are out of that Brightside 82.5 bore as well, which you'll hear that a lot tonight from us, because that tricked out bore has really shaped our crossbred program. Those are lots 7 and 8. Next two coming are lots 1 and 2. Lot 2, the Yorkshire Gilt, which these are bright sides on that cricket sow. They'd be litter mates to that calico that was in here a while ago. I think pretty special Yorkshire appearing gilt that I think she'll be hard to get around in the jackpot deal. Obviously, if you take her to a major, she's not going to be papered. She'd have to show as a crossbred. Right now, Maddie Barron, the Davis family, has a bright side, solid white York gilt they're showing of ours. She won a banner at the Whataburger Classic. She won a banner at the Aider from Decatur. She just won both banners at the North Texas Fair. We're pretty excited about her. Now, she'll go to the state fair. They'll probably have to drop her into that crossbred deal. We'll see how she does down there, but she's pretty exceptional gilt. And then this lot 1 boar pig. He's got 3 or 4 dots up on his back. I don't want to confuse anybody to think he's solid white, but with some creative work, he could be whiter. I think jackpot-wise, you can, the way they paint them and stuff now, you could run him York as long as you wanted to, but I think he could be pretty special. He's really cool-fronted. He's super. She's put together like they're supposed to be and just packed full of power. Probably if I got her home, I might kick her down off of she's been on express wean, and I think we just switched her to 20 max the other day. I would probably, she probably might be ready to go to 18 here pretty soon, because she is packed full of power. But another tricked out, our Brightside pig, she's lot number 5. I'll take that back. Lot 6. She was lot 6. Lot 6. We got, if you like black ones, we got 3 coming in here. Lots 3, 4, and 5. Solid black ones. These are out of that Blue Money sow. These are the black ones that are litter mates to those blues. That number 3 hog you're not going to find a black one with that much power. I think he's pretty good. He's got a great big foot underneath him. Both of those could go down and run at that Texas National deal. They got that all black class, which one of the boys I helped last year won that deal. Creed Russell had the champion down there in the Barras last year. I think this Barra might give that one a run for his money. The white-footed gilt, she come out marked pretty cool. She got a pink nose with 4 white feet. We call her Socks. I think she's a hammer. Like, she is really good, really stout. Definitely needs to come off of the 20 max pretty soon, because she is chock full of power. You're not going to find a bigger ribbed one that can put their feet on the ground like she can. I think she's extremely good. Be really fun to take and jackpot and run down the road. So those are lots 3, 4, and 5. The gilt is lot 4. We're going to start off round 3 for SECO. Is going to be several calico barras that we brought that are litter mates to those 2 little calicos we brought in that were out of Cutter's Gilt. I think there's a pair of pretty good ones here. Lot 10's pretty unique in my opinion as far as forearm, being big, square hipped, and just bringing lots of power to the ring and look. The little guy, number 11's a little bit cuter. He's got a prettier front end, maybe more extension. I think that power will come with him. He just a little bit behind his brother there, but I think one that's pretty outstanding from a standpoint of look and profile. But those are tricked outs back on that calico gilt. They went back to the sun. That sun boar was out of the fine that Carl Kent and them had. I think that's going to be a really good pair of calicos right there if you're looking for ones that can play. And then the last two are two other calicos that we have. That's my son's favorite calico is in this pair. He likes them quite a bit. This is lots number 13 and 14. I'll let y'all figure out which one's his favorite. I think they're both pretty similar. They're put together extremely good. If you like calico hogs, those are good ones right there. Who's our next breeder up? You want to bring York's pigs up next? Last year, we added York Family Genetics to our sale. They brought a really good set last year. You know, the way people ask me how they get in our farm sale, and it's people that do business with us, that bought pigs, bought semen. York's had a Yorkshire Barra from SECO that they made sale at the state fair with a couple of years ago. And then, so we let them in the sale. They brought a pretty special set of red hogs. These reds are out of littermate gilts to Champion. She had the Champion Duroc in San Antonio, if y'all remember that. Was that last year or year before last? 23? Yeah, Lexi had the Champion Duroc in 23. The four she brought are out of littermate gilts to that Barra. I think they're pretty special looking. This gilt, if you're looking for a gilt to go play in the purebred deal down the road, I think she's a pretty good one. Really good, big-footed red hogs that are functional and good on their back feet. They're square from hock to ground. I think the kind that you can latch on to and feel pretty confident that you're going to be in the hunt down the road. I look for some of these red ones to hang a banner. There's one of these back there that Cutter might want to show, so I think they're pretty special. Really nice set of reds. They've done a great job in their red program. If you're looking for a good red hog, these are pretty special. That was lot number, that was 18 and 19. The gilt was lot 19. Lots 18 and 19. The gilt was 19. Here comes lots 20 and 21. These bears are litter mates. This outstanding pair of red bears. I haven't seen many reds that pack that much power and shape at this size and can still handle their feet and legs like these can. And you can tell they probably hadn't been down on chips very long because they're young and just starting to come into all their power and shape. But that's a pretty impressive set of red hogs. Some length and extension in their hip, lots of power and mass, big ribbed, opened up. I think that's a pair of reds. You can latch on to either one of those, and you're probably going to get your picture made this spring. So if you're looking for a good red hog, you better pay attention right here because that's a really good set of red ones that the York family brought us, and we really appreciate that. We got Bethel Baldwin coming next. Alan, you want to talk your hogs? Okay. Climb up here if you want to. There's a chair out there you can step on. So Bethel Baldwin's been with us since we started our farm sale. We've traded gilts and boar pigs and stuff. I bought a boar and a gilt off them a while back. They bought some gilts and stuff from us. We've had a really good partnership with them on a lot of things. They've had a tremendous track record, especially here in North Texas and around the state. I'm going to turn it over to Alan and let him tell you about the set they brought this year.
Thanks, Steve. I want to thank Steve and Zach for inviting us again. We've been kind of part of this from the beginning, and we really appreciate it and always enjoy coming over here. We try to hold pigs back for this sale. This light cross set, I will tell you I'm going to be in trouble because I pulled a keeper out of my grandson's pen. That little boar that Wheeler's on is straight out of my grandson's pen because we needed to bring some here that we thought were really, really special. That guy's been a standout in the litter since they were born. These pigs are 624 born. They're quite frankly's on a young smoke sow. This will be her second litter. Her first litter produced a top 10 barrel last year at San Antonio. That also had won Eastland County, won multiple jackpots. There was also a York classifying gilt out of that litter that won multiple jackpots and is at Twister Show Pigs in their farrowing house right now with a really nice litter. So we're really excited about these. We think we brought you a couple of really nice, moderate, modern light crosses that we think can get it done with the light cross classes that have been created at some of our Texas majors and a lot of the county shows. I know in our particular county we added light crosses this year, and we're really excited with this set of blues. I don't have that with me, Steve. So the gilt will be our leadoff at lot 25. The boar, I believe, is lot 26. We also brought you guys a pair of spots. Lots 27 and 28 are coming up into the ring now. These are pocket change from Linder Show Pigs on a hide and watch, never stop sow. This goes back to our old spot line. We sold some spots in a sale a few years ago, and I think that spot, Steve, you can correct me, went on to be a class winner someplace. I think it's San Angelo that year. So this is back to our old stuff. This is probably the best pair. We brought some of these litter mates last week to final heat. This pair, Wheeler and I believe, are truly better. They're a little shorter back, a little more moderate. These two have filled out a little bit more. Again, this is a second litter sow. Produced the reserve champion last year at the Cook County Youth Fair. We like this pair a bunch. This gilt is probably my favorite pig in the litter. And the boar I like a lot too. Just moderate, short-backed, good hock shape. They're pretty cool in their front end. Their spots, we like these a bunch. Whether I'm starting to worry about you. You're going to have to carry this one in. This lot 29 is a Berkshire gilt. Again, we held this gilt back just to come here. We only brought this one Berk to this deal. We thought she was really cool and needed to come here. I kind of slided a boar for this gilt because the gilt was just better, guys. This gilt is cool. These are a boar from Premium Blend called Tee-Off, which is a Top-It-Off family Jules bred boar. Back on a Major League Game On sow that we bought bred last year from Bryce Conover. Last year in her first litter, the sow last year had the reserve champion in Cook County, another class winner in Cook County. She had one boar in that litter last year that the Lemons family showed for us that we thought was just going to kill it when we got to San Antonio last year. Unfortunately, he cracked his hoof right before we went in. But we like this set that this sow would raise for us every bit as much, if not more, than the set she had last year. This little black, almost black-faced gilt has kind of been my favorite from the first. We sold a couple of gilts and a couple of boars last week at Final Heat. This gilt was held back specifically to come here. Look in on this. It's probably the last gilt we're going to offer out of this litter. The other ones are probably going to stay at the house.
Y'all check out these Bethel Baldwin hogs. They brought an outstanding set. They always do. They got a tremendous track record, especially in some of these minor breeds. They've done an outstanding job. I can remember when Wheeler was just a kid showing and winning buckles with showmanship and working. They've come a long way. Alan's kind of helped him come along in this pig business that they're doing, and outstanding set. We appreciate them coming. Y'all look in on those hogs. I think they're pretty good. Next group we have coming up here is J&H Livestock. That's Jeremy and Heather Brown from Chico. I'm going to let Jeremy tell you about what he's brought us. They've been with us, I think, since the second sale. They've been partnering with us on these sales, so I think he's brought maybe the best set they put together so far. But I'll let Jeremy tell you about what he brought us today.
All right, these guys are tricked out sow with a new order boar. I don't really know. I mean, I like them a lot. I hope y'all do. Move them, boys. Move them. Yes, sir. 33 will be our leadoff hog. These are June 30th, I think, is what they are. They've done pretty well so far, and we ain't had no problems out of them. They got good feet and legs, I believe. So.
Y'all need to look in. That leadoff blue pig, I think, is pretty good. He's really big-footed hog with lots of shape and extension. I like the way he moves. I think that's one that's going to go and feed and do extremely well. That's a pig that I think I'm really glad they brought to us. I was pretty excited. I went out there and looked and helped Jeremy pick a couple of them to bring. I like that blue bear a whole lot. The dark cross, I think, is one that's going to just get better every day. He's got a really cool front end on him, one that's really got some length and extension to his hip and handles his feet pretty good. But the extra feature in that blue pig, I think, is one that you better study if you're wanting to make a run in that light cross deal. We got a lot of options now in Texas to show those blues, and I think they're going to bring a lot of money. You're going to go down the road to one of these other sales and find one that looks like that, and you're not going to be able to afford him. Hopefully today here we can land him in a good feeder's hands and get him shown down the roads, because I think that one's got a pretty bright future.
Put them two together. Hey, you two, leave them there and go get these other two.
Cutter, start walking one.
All right, this Calico, he's litter mates to the last two. He's a little bigger. He's probably going to have to feed for a little earlier show. He's been that way since he was born. He just keeps getting bigger and better. He's Calico, not my favorite, but a lot of people like him, you know. So,
good Calico bear here. Marked up pretty cool. Like he said, he's a litter mate. Maybe needs to go early to Fort Worth or San Angelo for sure. I think he'd be hard to stretch him very far. He's a little growthier than those other two. Like that blue bear, I think you could get him to San Antonio if he managed him right. This bear is going to grow a little bit faster. If you're looking for one to go early, he should feed and right into one of those early Texas majors, or if you got a January county show, he'll fit perfect for that. Okay, kick him out, Cutter. And that calico was lot number 36. Yeah, litter mate gilt. They got a light cross gilt that's a litter mate to those. I believe she's lot number 35. Pretty good female here. One that you could take in jackpot and show, run at your county show, or in the crosses down the road. Big square-hipped girl with some length and extension to her. And I love the foot size under these hogs. I think they're going to be pretty good. Okay. So the last two that J&H is going to have in the sale is lots number 37 and 38. 37 is a Yorkshire hog, three-peat by Blue Duck. I think these Yorks are pretty good. I went out to the farm and looked through them. They're a little green. Jeremy didn't know if he should bring one. I told him to go ahead and pick one that they liked and bring it down here. Because they're hard to find, those Yorks that'll classify and still have some look and extension to them and go. I think you're going to have to read a little bit into them, but if you know your hogs, those are put together right. And the blue litter he has at the house, it's an exceptional litter of hogs. Those are out of a buckle up son, back on a never before sow. And there's the one he brought us here is probably one of the more extended, attractive ones of the litter. Got lots of length of hip and side. I like the way he reaches and goes. I think he's going to get better every day. He'll feed all the way to Austin if that's where you're headed. He's got one at the house. I told him, don't cut that thing. That thing's pretty special. It's a great big-footed one with a huge hip, but those buckle-ups that he has look extremely good to me. I think they're just going to get better. More days on feed, you're going to have something that you can be proud to run down there in Austin in that blue deal if you want out of that set. Thank you, J&H. Jeremy and Heather done a good job. They keep bringing a better and better set each year. Who we got next coming up? Cud? Yeah, it looks like Cud Farms is coming. The next firm that's coming is Cud Farms. Bradley Cud was one of my students out in Brownfield several years ago, and him and my son were in the same grade growing up, and are really good friends. Last year, Bradley jumped off into this hog deal, pretty big. He leans very heavy on Brockman breeding. A lot of his sows go back to Josh and Kerry Brockman's herd. They've sent us a set down here for our sale again. They were one of our top selling producers last year down here. They brought a great set of hogs to us. I think our high seller that brought like 4,500 was one they brought last year. They got a pretty nice set. I'm going to let this young man that brought them for Cuds tell you a little bit about what he brought us here today.
Yeah, first and foremost, we want to thank the Bradshaw crew for inviting Cud Farms out again. It's always a pleasure coming up here down to Perrin. We're just going to go in order a lot. Our leadoff will be the cheetah print calico kind of boar. He'll be lot 39, 32-2. He's a made alive. Here I am, Kingpin. Next will be lot 41 and 40, the thinner belted hogs there. Those are going to be litter mates. They're going to be made alives, major leagues, and on a cruel. And then lot 42 will be the predominantly white calico that boy is on. That'll be an on the list above all else, white lightning. And then to round it out will be the wider belted kind of chrome type of hog. He'll be a heavy hitter, icon, Kingpin. I'm not going to sit up here and talk your ear off. We're pretty proud of this set we brought. like I said, if y'all have any questions or concerns, I'll be lingering around the sale this afternoon. If you want to see one out, I think we got a couple hats and koozies if y'all want to come back there and take a peek at the hogs. But again, like I said, thank you, Zach, for inviting us out to this deal.
Yeah, really nice set. You know, those two belted hogs, I think, classify Hampshire all day down the road. So if you're looking for a Hampshire pig, I like that pair really good. That spotted up hog is pretty impressive, kind of a different look. Definitely going to catch the judge's eye. And if you're just looking for mass and power, these two bigger hogs got great big feet, big hips, big rib. I think they're easy feeding kind that anybody can take and do really good down the road. Really nice set. We appreciate Cud sending these and sending us a good set every year. So y'all look in on those. I think you'll find one you like pretty good. Next up is going to be Cox and Sons. They were kind of a late add-on. I talked to Chuck Cox about being in our sale next year, and we had a couple of farms that had a bit of a train wreck. Schnicker Farms is not here. They lost two of the barras that were coming to our sale to sickness, and he didn't know what he had going through his barn, so he backed out. And so we asked Chuck if he would throw some in and bring, and they've been with us for a while, doing business with us. They bought a Duroc gilt from us that was reserve gilt SECO had at Belton. I believe it was 23. Does that sound about right? In 23, we had the reserve Duroc gilt in Belton, and Chuck bought that gilt for about $5,500. She's a pretty nice one. And I think he's got one here tonight. We'll show you, but I'm going to let him tell you about what he brought. He's got a pretty special set. And they have a tremendous track record at Texas Majors, and I know Lexi York won a bunch with a Berkshire hog they had last year. But I'm going to let Chuck tell you about what he brought. Y'all better study these pretty close.
Thank you, Steve, for the invite. If you don't know our Berkshire program, it's been very successful. Lexi York has been a big part of that. We had she had third overall Berkshire gilt at San Antonio in 22. Then she come back with one of her daughters, which is the mother of this pig, was champion Burt gilt at the State Fair of Texas in 23. This sow's mother has worked her way to the top of our sow herd. Her first litter, she had a short litter and had two pigs. They were second and third at State Fair. Her last litter was a tremendous litter. There was a gilt was second, fifth overall lightweight division gilt at San Antonio, supreme gilt at Rockwall, reserve Berkshire Bear at Smith County, reserve Berkshire Bear at Parker County, and there's another county in there somewhere. This sow's done a tremendous job. This is an Upward pig. If you don't know Upward, you will before long. He's one of the hottest Berkshire boars out there. We're super proud of this hog. It's the type of hog we like to feed. Jason York was through our barn Thursday, and this hog just come off the wire decks. He ain't been on the ground 2 days. And Jason York said that's the best set of Berkshire hogs he's ever looked through on our farm. This guy's got a really cool look, a huge hind leg, and he's just the type that'll feed and the type that hang banners around our farm. Okay, man. Start with the 10, the one on the left. What is he, lot 23? We'll start with the lot 23 red barra. If you followed our red program, we've tapped into juice burn sow herd really hard, especially the Danica sow. His mother would be a Danica clone, first litter sow. we bought from Juice Burns and paid a lot of money for, and she was the champion gilt at Collin County, and she was an early June. We get to San Antonio. She was a little past her prime and was still fourth in her class. It's been a tremendous litter of pigs. I absolutely love this bear. He's going to have a huge hind leg, long fronted, super sound. This guy's going to be hard to get around. He gets in the right hands to the right feeder. This could be a big-time bear come San Antonio or wherever you'd like to go with him. All right, the next bear, what is he, 24? This bear goes back to the sow Steve was talking about a while ago that originated from them. Full bottle 76 sow. That sow has done a good job for us. Let's see, last year Lexi York had a third place Duroc bear at Denver out of that sow. Another bear was 6th or 7th at San Antonio. I can't remember exactly. This bear has got a really, really cool look, kind of a really show pig look. He's one, too, we were super, super high on. I think he'll be an easy feeder and one that can sure get along and hopefully get you a sell hole. Thanks.
Yeah, Cutter showed a bear out of the mother to this one's mother that was third. His first time to go to the state fair that placed third in the lightweight Durocs. Those red ones feed really good out of that sow line. That one, too, goes a ways back to Danica. But outstanding set of red hogs there, and that Berkshire hog's pretty special. Y'all need to look in on those. They're really good. So we added a new breeder this year for the first time, and I don't know why we've waited so long, but Carl Kent and Sons, probably because he's got as good a crossbreds as we got, and it makes it hard to sell ours, and so we're kind of waiting to add him till we got a little more established. But Blair and Carl do an outstanding job of raising hogs. A lot of our Broadside 82.5 we bought from them. The Sun we bought from them. They've had a big influence on getting the structure and the feet and stuff right and the look right in our hogs at SECO. And then Carl and them bought that Cricket's gilt from us. And back when I used to run Lone Star Genetics years ago, when I sold out of that boar stud, Carl bought a boar we called NASCAR back then and stuff from me. So I've been doing business with Carl and Blair and the Kent family for a long, long time. They got to sell tips coming up here, not this Monday, but next up in Loy Lake. If you want to find some good hogs, SECO will have some there. The Kents, that's their kind of signature sale. That's where he brings most of his that he doesn't sell on the farm. There'll be an outstanding set there at Tips as well, but I think he brought a tremendous set. I'm going to let Blair tell you about what he brought us here in the ring.
Well, thank you, Steve. We appreciate the invite over here this year. I saved these three back from our early July set. They're all sired by a boar called Double Play that we have there at the house. We paid a significant amount of money for half interest in that boar and to house him there, and we used him entirely on our early July set. He's a trick play back on a no moss wedding night blurred vision. Trick play was a tricked out wedding night blurred vision with timber mixed in there too. So this is a lined up deal on the top side. The bigger hog with the biggest black spot right here, this will be lot 30. He's out of our short list sow, which is the mother of the Brightside boars, which all the pigs that Steve has out here, out of Brightside 82.5, that's out of that boar's mother. I would argue you'd be hard pressed to find one that's that heavy structured at this size and be comfortable. That's a pig that I've always really liked out of that litter. I think he'll be an easy feeding type of hog. The two smaller ones, they're Double Play back on a Brightside 82.1, which was another Brightside son, the litter mate to the one Steve and them have, back on a Blue Duck sow, which was a never before. The mother of those two right there, our daughter, it was her first show gilt back in 23. We took her to one show. She won the show. It was her first time to ever show a pig, so I set the bar a little too high on that deal. But it was a lot of fun. She's a calico sow, and this will be her first litter of pigs. We really like these two bears. We sold a couple there at the house the other day that were litter mates, and I brought one over here today, and they're very good. I think these pigs will feed. this pig here is a crypt. He will need to be fixed, but that's just a glorified castration. That's lot 32. This will be lot 31. If you have any questions about them, you can find me in the back. I will say the grandmother of these two bears, she was the mother of our popular second-place bear at Houston last year, which was my leadoff at Tips. And that bear was pretty good. He was an easy feeding hog for that family, and I think these will follow suit.
Yeah, I bought a pig at the farm sale early, bred like them as well. Outstanding set of hogs here. I think they're going to go down the road and win. They've done a tremendous job of lining these pigs up. If you haven't found the one that you want to try to go win your county show, you better look in here, because these guys are going to get it done. That one out of Brightside's mother, I think, is just a massive footed hog. Great big rib shape in that dude, and he can still function and go. He reminds me, we had a bear we called Patches years back that won Wise County, and that's what he looked like at that age, was a whole lot like that. And then that pair, he said there, that they're bred like the one, the Thompson, out of that sow that produced the Thompson's bear that placed second at Houston. I think that was a pretty special litter of hogs. Really, really nice pair. I think you need to study those and pick the one you like and the way you like them. I don't know how we're doing on time. I think that's our last consigner. We're going to end the preview, and we're going to start serving fish here pretty quick. I told Scott that we would serve fish at 6 o'clock. I hope he's getting close to being ready. He's giving me a thumbs up. So tune in at 7 o'clock on CCI.live if you want to watch the sale online, or come down here and get you a bidder's number. You can get a bidder's number over here in the concession stand if you don't have one. But I think we got a tremendous set of hogs here. Hopefully you find one that you like. Thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoy the fish fry, and get back in the bleachers about 7 o'clock, and we'll kick this thing off. Thank you all.